Life has never been a comfortable journey for me. I often find myself traveling along the road less traveled. If you ask someone if they are a hero, and the response is, "I just did what needed to be done at the time, I'm no hero," then be assured that they are a hero. They are the person you meet in the center of the mall food court surrounded by 10 dead terrorists holding a bloody ink pen in their hand. If that person is you, then the next thing that happens is that people want to give you medals and awards and put you on TV and make you a beacon of hope for others. But all you want to do is find a quiet cabin in the mountains and escape from everyone. You don't feel like you did anything special. You just exercise the skills your time in the service has given you. It has been 6 months since I left active duty after 15 years as a member of Navy SEAL Team 11. I lost my right eye and part of my brain in a combat mission. As a result, I am one of the first to receive a complete cybernetic implant to replace part of my brain and my eye. The replacement required several months of recovery, and with 6 months of leave time and a temporary assignment to a local Navy Reserve unit, I found myself staying at a mountain cabin in northern Tennessee. I arrived back at my cabin after a long day of interviews with the local police and the FBI to find a plain white SUV with government plates sitting next to an almost twin in black with dark tinted windows. I knew the drivers as soon as I saw the SUVs. The white one belonged to the woman who had installed my eye and implanted a chip in my brain to process the data from my eye. The black SUV belonged to one Captain J.T. Hicks, the commanding officer of SEAL Team 11, and my oldest friend. If the two of them had come to see me, it meant that someone in the Pentagon had already been briefed on my encounter at the mall today. I wanted to turn around and find somewhere else to spend the rest of my day, but it wouldn't surprise me to find that Hicks had retasked a satellite and had a drone in the air to keep an eye on me just in case I decided to take a detour. Besides, the bastard knew my weak spot and had timed his visit at the same time the doc had come. We had a dinner date, and I was a sucker for her beautiful green eyes. Well, maybe I could get rid of the skipper quickly and still have that dinner date. A fat chance, I thought. When I pulled up, Chief Prophet was standing next to the SUV smoking. He had a look on his face that told me this was no casual visit. He tilted his hat in respect. "Good to hear you haven't gone soft on us, Senior Chief," he said. "Hoo-yah," I replied. Even though he was a CPO now, he still had that baby face that made him look like he was fresh out of boot camp. By looking at him, you would never guess he was course honor grad in his bud's class. He could go one-on-one with the grizzly bear, unarmed, and not even break a sweat. That's why he served as Skipper's personal bodyguard. I walked in the cabin to find Dr. Melissa Ledger and the Skipper sitting at the table drinking coffee. There was a steaming mug sitting at the spot next to Melissa. "I poured you a cup," she said. I sat down and slowly began to drink my coffee, waiting for the Skipper to start to talk. "How is it that even in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, while on convalescent leave, when you should be sitting on a boat in the middle of this huge lake outside, you find a way to kill 10 terrorists in the middle of a mall and create a media shitstorm?" he said. "Well, I woke up this morning and realized that my neighbors would not be happy if I started fishing with military-grade explosives, so unless I wanted the local sheriff to come to visit, I might need to go down into town and pick up some fishing gear. Realizing the sporting goods store was next to the mall, and I knew my coffee order was in, I stopped there to pick it up. I was sitting there in the food court, drinking a fresh cup of joe, when a group of 10 guys carrying AKs come charging in, shooting people. One slammed into my table, knocking my coffee over all over the floor. 3.2 minutes later, they were all dead, and I was having to order another coffee," I replied. After 6 hours of debriefing with the FBI, I decided that I really wasn't interested in fishing and skipped the sporting goods store and came back here. I figured you would be waiting. "So 3.2 minutes to take down 10 terrorists. Getting old, are we, Senior?" he responded. "How are you feeling? Any headaches, blurred vision, or dizziness?" Melissa asked. "To tell the truth, I feel great. It is nice to know that the surgery has only improved my reflexes. The implant worked just like it's supposed to. I would have had a lot harder time taking the terrorists out if it were not for the extra data fed to me by the implant. Those guys were real pros. I'm sure they had some sort of special forces background. All their gear was top of the line. I'm sure if I had not been there, this would have been a bloodbath."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.